Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty's Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight, I am your host, David Welbore. I am back, thank God. In the booth joining me tonight is, as always, Mr. Rod Fossenal, my man. How you doing?
Doing good, Dave. Glad to have you back, man.
Yeah, it's been a long and bumpy road for me for the last couple months, but I'm back. I should be back for at least a couple more weeks, maybe even longer. I'm looking forward to tonight's race. Of course, we are tonight here at Kentucky Motor Speedway for 117 laps or 175 miles. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. I'm going to steal him before you can, my man. I'm going to pull for my man, Kevin Dick. Who are you picking tonight?
Well, it's hard not to go for Harmon, but watching the practice times, the usual suspects didn't seem to rise to the top at practice. Um, I think I'm going to go out on a limb and throw my money behind R.J. Root. He won the truck race a couple races back. Been running well here in Grand National. He's top 5 in practice. I think he might have a shot tonight.
Yeah, ORJ, he's been doing really good. I've been watching the broadcast, believe it or not. I may not be able to get to broadcast because of what's going on with my life right now. But I have been going back and watching the broadcast, and Mr. Root is one of the drivers that I'm keeping a close eye on. You know, of course, now we keep a close eye on Kevin Dick. He's new to the league as well. And then we got this new guy. I believe it's also RJ's new teammate, Dale Leakus. I'll be watching him tonight. Tonight is going to be his debut race here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Looking to see how well he fares here tonight in Dynasty Racing League's Grand National Series. I'm just going to go real quick while we are watching Mr. Dick do his thing out here on the track. Update, ladies and gentlemen. I had some bad news a couple weeks ago and was told basically to go ahead and make funeral arrangements for my wife. Lucky for me and lucky for her that they found a new medication for her heart. So once they got her on that, her blood pressure was able to handle regular dialysis. So as of right now, she is doing a lot better. She's not out of the woods completely yet. But she is out of the hospital. She is in rehab. She's learning how to get her strength back in her legs, for one. And she's going to have to learn how to walk all over again because, after spending 53 days in the hospital, it just was, once you spend that much time in the hospital, you lose all your strength in your legs and everything. So she's going to have to learn how to re-walk again. And she will have to be on dialysis for at least another 3 or 4 years, according to her doctors, as of right now. But as of right now, everything looks good. I'm glad she's going to be making it, and I can postpone the other things that I was forced to consider. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for their thoughts and their prayers. Keep them coming; they are working. And with that said, Mr. Fossenal, looks like Eric Wolf, who sugared us all during practice, is now currently sitting on the pole. Well, what about them apples?
Yeah, he's hiding something then, because he didn't seem to have it much in practice, but all of a sudden now he finds speed, and him and Kevin Dick both. All of a sudden not top 5 in practice, but all of a sudden push comes to shove, and the numbers count for something. They're right up.
Yeah, it's funny that neither one of us picked him, but my pick is at least sitting in second place, so he's got a good position to work this thing out. Unfortunately, as I have been sitting here watching practice for the last 45 minutes, I noticed these cars are really loose, especially for the first 10 laps or so. And if you're not right when you come off of turn 4, you're going to eat that outside wall or spin it out to the inside fence. It's just there's so little leeway there, very little give when you're coming off of turn 4. If you don't have that wheel put right before you get back down on that power, you're either going to spin it to the inside fence, and if you're really carrying too much speed coming through that turn, you're going to hit the outside wall. So let's hope these gentlemen have got this track figured out and maybe go for clean and green tonight. What do you think?
I wouldn't count on that.
Oh, come on now. We know better. These guys are professionals. They wouldn't wreck.
Not often, but I think there'll be a couple. Especially with what you were just saying about the first 10 laps on these cold tires being, loose off of form, probably a little loose off of 2 as well, and with the limited tire sets, that's gonna make for some interesting race.
Right. Well, we're going to try to grab Mr. Wolf in here and get him in for an interview real quick. If I can get everything moved out of the way far enough to pull him up into, well, unbelievable. I can't seem to. Let's see if I can move him around. I'll just move the whole thing out of my way and see if I can't move him that way. Mr. Wolf, you got a copy, my man?
Yeah, I do.
Kind of snookered everybody out there in practice, did you?
Now the track conditions were just such that when I came in, I couldn't touch those laps those guys put down earlier.
Well, the track conditions have changed pretty much since we got here in practice and from our race conditions. It was 80 degrees out there on the track, and it's dropped only a one temperature, but the air temperature was a lot higher when I first logged into the session, so that may have a lot to do with it as well. So, thoughts and concerns going into this race? You think you're going to be able to green light it all the way and start from the pole and finish it that way?
I'm hoping for a pretty trouble-free race. If I can just not take myself out of it on pit road or smacking in the wall, I'll be happy with whatever I get from there. Hopefully I can keep it together and maybe pull off a top 5 here. I've got a big field here, so that's nice to see. A lot of fast guys. I mean, you look at the top of us there, we're the top 6 guys are split up by 1/10 of a second, so yeah, it's going to be a fun race.
You're going to try to mess with their heads and try to pull a one-stop race? Wink, wink.
The tire fall off is...
It's so great.
Actually, you can't make it in one stop.
Okay. Well,
A
we're...
normal driver can't make it one stop, but if anybody can, Eric can.
Yeah, because you're using what? Radiator hoses for gas lines? Is that right?
Radiator hoses and other things, too.
Well, Mr. Wolf, we're going to let you go, let you get your thoughts and everything going in this race. Good luck out there, my man.
Good luck, Eric.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Yep. All right, move him back down. You were in dysfunctional matrix, that's correct, right?
That's correct.
All righty.
You got me, guys?
I'm working on you. There you go. You're back. All righty. Mr. Wolf, going to try to run this race clean and green. Start to finish. Pace lights are out. We're set to go green flag racing. My pick, Mr. Dick is out there on the outside of him. Looks like we're going to have some fun here tonight. And how about Ohio Line Springer? I didn't just now notice he's sitting there in the top 3.
Big jump.
Yeah, caught some people snoozing. Wow, they're 3 wide back there in the back.
Yeah, but Wolf took off, and he's got about 3-4 car length lead already.
Got old Davis, Mr. Sims back here. Looks like they're trying to do a little bit of 3 wide racing back here in the back. And they are. Wow. Got Sims stuck in the middle. Wetstein on the inside. It looks like the 78. I believe that's 78.
Dakota Wilkins in the 78.
Now, he was fast there in practice, so he's going to want to try to make his way up to the front of this field for sure. And he's not wasting too much time. He's looking to get to the inside of Wetstein as right now. Try to improve his position as the top 10 do single file out. And they have messed with my cameras here at this track for some reason. I don't have my TV3 anymore, so... Well, it looks like Richard Springer didn't waste any time to get to the back door of Mr. Wolf, so doing an awesome job there. And R.J. Root is currently running in the third position, doing a heck of a job here. Now, you said he won a truck race earlier in our conversation, did you not?
Yes, he did. He won the truck race. I'm drawing a blank on where it was. It was about two races ago, I believe it was.
Well, we got some problems with Mr. Harmon. I don't know if he failed to put down a lap time or what, but he came into pit road. He was on pit road for 2.7 seconds, so I'm going to assume that was a drive-through penalty. And let's see if he's even... Yeah, he's coming back out of pit road, so I'm not really sure what's happened there. But as of right now, that puts Mr. Harmon a couple laps down, does it not?
I'm showing Harmon 4 laps down.
I'm showing a bunch of guys 4 and 5 laps down. I'm not sure what's going on. Now, all right, Buddy Chamberlain and Doug Lockrow and Rod Fussenall, those drivers are not actually racing. I don't know why they're in the server. Other than we know why you're in the server, but not sure what's going on there.
Low intelligence on my part for being on the server.
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes, but wow, Harmon 4 laps down. I don't know why he would have went 4 laps down on a drive-through penalty, but he is coming back to the field.
A move though.
So he's gonna have to.
He just ripped around Sidarius Jackson like Sidarius was standing still.
Well, Si's already tore his right side of his car up, so not sure what happened there. But Harmon, I guess he's going to have to hope for a caution after everybody comes in. He's going to have to stay out the longest if he wants to try to make it back. If it's going to cost you 4 laps to stop under green, I don't see how it would cost you 4 laps to come down pit road like that, unless he missed the start.
No, something had to happen to Harmon. I'm not sure what's going on.
He had to have missed the start, don't you think?
I would think that a couple laps got put down before he got the start.
Well, Eric Wolf is now slowly pulling away, and looks like the 43 of RJ is still hanging in there in behind Kevin Dick. I heard somebody just drill the outside wall, so I'm not sure if that was Mike Lemon or not. But these 4 cars right here battling it out for the top 5 position, they are working really hard. That is Richard Highline Springer, Kevin Dick, RJ Root, and Mike Lemon. These drivers are really working hard here in this top 5. Then you get back to old Zach Wetstein now. Wetstein's been a driver that's been on the move here of lately, doing an awesome job here tonight as well. And of course now we got Michael Skinner back with us racing and not doing too bad in his 7th position. As we are working lap number 10 of 117. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Kentucky Motor Speedway in the DRL Grand National Series. And there goes RJ looking to the inside of Springer.
And it looks like there's no momentum down there on that low line. You tuck it in down low, and as you just saw, RJ tried to go inside Springer and ended up losing not only a position, not only did he not gain the position, but Kevin Dick just blew past both of them.
Yeah, Highline Springer is really good at working these tracks, especially these kind of types of tracks where, you know, you can run the middle and high line and actually be a lot better than trying to do a normal arc it in, get to the bottom, and come off type. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely, and as we're both trying to point that out, poor Springer drops way back and loses 2 spots. So I don't. It looks like maybe low line will pay off in 3 and 4, and you need that high line in 1.
Yeah. Yeah, you would definitely want to be about middle to the bottom on 3 and 4, but going in 1 and 2, you want to really run a middle to high line type of entry. I've been noticing that during practice as well, and the drivers, you know, RJ Root just got bounced up into the wall, and I'm not sure exactly how that happened. It was between him and Lemon. I don't see too much damage there.
Springer bounced it off the wall a couple times.
Wow. Eric Wolf to almost 0.4 of a second lead over Kevin Dick. And Kevin is doing a really good job here. He's got his car back up into the second position, and he is closing that gap, it looks like. He is definitely gaining, but I also noticed during practice that Mr. Dick was having some troubles coming off of 3 and 4 as he would drill the outside wall after he got about 15 laps or so on his tires. So you got to watch out for that push as well, because these cars are really, really, really loose when you first start this race, and the longer you go, it tightens up, which makes it plow like a dump truck. See what's going on further back in this field. How about old Taylor Butcher Benjamin? Let's see what's going on with Mr. 88. He's got Patrick Cowgill. Now Cowgill's another driver I've been looking. He's new to our league as well, and I've been following him pretty closely as well, and he's doing a great job here tonight. Currently riding in our 10th position. And how about old Steven Sims? J.W. Miller goes to the inside of Richard Springer and makes it work. So move J.W. Miller up into the 6th position. Yeah, Springer's actually got some right front damage to his car, so.
Yeah, Springer's actually got completely right side damage. Right front, right rear. I mean, it's pretty much pancaked all down the right-hand side.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to help when you brush against the wall a couple of times. He's probably even knocked the toe out of that car, to be honest with you. Steven Sims makes the move to go up underneath him and is going to pull it off. Oh, wow. He just come right up across the nose of Richard Springer right there. I almost got hooked.
And these are 2 Truck Series drivers here, so there's no love lost between these guys on Tuesday night, I'm sure.
I know that's right. I can't find a... Got some new camera angles. That's for sure.
Actually, I've been taking a look at the TV tower view, and it's not too bad.
I just can't get my full screen like I was really wanting with the TV3. They have removed that from me.
Well, TV tower is as close, I think, as you're gonna get to the TV3.
Yeah. Or the TV spectacle.
TV spectate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one pans way back too.
Eric Wolf is still currently your leader. He's got a 1.1 second lead over Kevin Dick and is getting ready to lap Sadarius Jackson. Wow, he just goes by him like he was backing up.
And that does not play well for Mr. Harmon because he's no longer in that lucky dog spot.
No, he is not. But if he can stay out and a yellow flag comes after everybody pits, now that's the only way he's going to make up those laps to get back into this thing, is he's going to have to stay out the longest and hope for a caution flag after everybody's pit to get to at least get a couple of his laps back. And I'm not so sure that's even going to help him. And J.W. Miller doing an awesome job here tonight. He is still currently doing battle back here with Mike Lemon. Mike Lemon doing everything he can to take that position back away. Steven Sims is working the back end of Wetstein. And that is for the 5th position battle right here between Sims and Wetstein. And there goes Steven Sims to the inside. Going to try to make it work. And looks like he's going to be able to slide right up in front of him and move that position right on away from him. Now the cream always rises to the top, ladies and gentlemen. Always. And the guy that takes care of his tires early on is going to be the ones that you see at the top of this race. Well, once we get to lap 40, I believe that's when we will be expecting to see some of our green flag pit stops coming down. As the tire fall off is pretty bad, as Eric Wolf pointed out. Fuel is, I'm not really so sure what the fuel mileage is. I assume they can go 50 plus laps on fuel.
Yeah, Dave, I wish I could answer that for you, but I haven't even logged on to iRacing since last Monday, so I really can't even say. That's probably a pretty good guess.
I just think that from my memory of racing Kentucky, when I raced in the Cup cars a couple years ago, about 35, 40 laps was about all you could handle for the tires, or at least that's all I could handle anyway. And then it seems to me like you could run like 50 or 55 laps on fuel. I've actually seen people run the full 50 or 55 laps out. But, I mean, you're going so slow that if you try to stretch it like that, then you really can be hurt by somebody short pitting on you. And this is one of those tracks where the short pitting will work if you are stubborn enough to stay out. Eric Wolf doing a heck of a job. Led every lap so far and has pulled away to a 1.5 second lead over top of Kevin Dick. Not sure what just happened, but I see the 43 of RJ Root dropping. I don't see.
Yeah, it's a case with RJ and with Skinner, both early adopters of that brushing of the wall, and it's cost them both some spots. They're not really as effective on the track as they were earlier.
Well, RJ looks like his car's still decent.
Not Skinner, but Springer.
Yeah.
No, RJ's got some right rear damage. I took a look a lap and a half ago. He's got some significant right rear quarter panel.
All right. Well, we're working lap 30 right now on this tire run. So I would say in about another 10 laps or so, we should actually start seeing some green flag pit stops. Now, they do only get 2 stops. They can come in 2 more times and take tires. That's all they get here tonight. So they have 3 sets of tires. The tires that they start on, and then they get 2 sets at any point given during this race. So as of right now, we've been clean and green, and I think we might stay that way, depending upon how good they can get in and off pit road.
Now that brings some interesting strategy into it also, though. I mean, if you were bold enough to take right sides only, that's going to loosen the car up a little bit, and you're going to be super loose early, but it's not going to go tight as quickly, and you're going to stay loose. So if you like a loose race car, that's a possibility to get some track position.
Well, I believe somebody said loose was fast at one time, but not quite sure who said it.
Yeah, you're going to be holding on to it early, though, because it's going to be really loose.
I don't think, if I'm coming down pit road and I've only got 3 sets of tires, I'm taking 4 sets of tires. I'm taking all 4. I might gamble at the end of this thing and go with right side tires, but if as the way it is right now, if I'm coming down pit road, I'm taking 4.
Well, and also the general thinking is on top of that, and to counter what I was saying earlier, if you've got to take 2 cans of fuel, if you got to put more than half a can of fuel in, you're going to be there long enough to get 4 tires anyway, so you might as well get 4. You're not going to gain any advantage by taking 2 if you got to fuel it up. You don't want to sit there with 2 fresh rights, older lefts, and then sit there for another 6 seconds while they finish up your fuel load.
I'm sitting here watching the newcomer, Dale Leakus Jr. He's riding around. Currently, the last car on the lead lap in 22nd position. I think he's just hoping for a yellow flag as Mike Skinner comes down pit road. As you can see, our leader coming into view, getting ready to put Mr. Leakus a lap down. And he is going to do so right there. Waste no time. So Mike Skinner coming down for his pit stop at lap 35. So I was pretty much right about the starting of green flag pit stops. Now we do have Eric Wolf, Kevin Dick, J.W. Miller, Steven Sims, and Mike Lemon are our top 5 drivers. J.W. Miller looking and continuing to keep looking to get around Kevin Dick. With all this going on, Eric Wolf has pulled away to almost a 3-second lead over top of Kevin Dick. He is currently at 2.6 seconds. Highline Springer comes down on lap 36. He's going to make his stop for his fuel. I wonder if he's going to try to get any of that damage fixed or if he's just going to grab tires and run. Take a quick look. He goes up. Got right sides going on. Left sides. And I believe he is actually going to get some of that damage fixed, so probably not a bad call. Eric Wolf, your leaders, ladies and gentlemen. He does have a full 3-second lead now over top of Kevin Dick, or over Miller, as Miller has made his way around Kevin Dick. While we were looking at Highline Springer getting his pit stop. Newcomer Dale Leakus down pit road for his pit stop.
And Leakus appears to have some right side damage as well.
Still, you can't complain. He's done an awesome job so far. And he is getting some of that damage done too. Raymond, RJ Root, I'm Root, is currently down pit road. I'm just wondering, you know, we were working lap 40. Mike Lemon's down as well. So Taylor Butcher Benjamin, David Wright. So green flag pit stops on lap 40 are happening.
David Wright also with some right side damage. We got a lot of guys grabbing that wall with the right hand side.
Our leader, fearless leader, Eric Wolf down pit road, going to turn the lead over to J.W. Miller. I see a lot of drivers coming in and repairing their cars, I mean, to the full. Del Leakis 83.85 seconds on pit road. J.W. Miller comes in, turns that lead over to Dakota Wilkins, believe it or not, as Kevin Dick comes in with him. Or is it Steven Sims leading the race?
Steven Sims at the point.
Followed by Dakota Wilkins, Matt Burgess, James Lindahl. Sam Niederhelm. And JP have not come down pit road. Dustin Musial, Ted Emmenizer. I think once this thing all shakes out, it'll be all right. Where is Harmon? Is Harmon?
Well, and I just noticed
Harmon has
did have,
made up
some connection problems at the beginning of the race, so he did miss the start.
All right. Well, he has made up 2 laps. If he can get a caution now, he'll be all right, I believe. Because it's now just showing him. No, it's still showing him 4 laps down. He's going to have to wait until everybody cycles through if he wants that to happen. I'm not sure that's actually going to happen. Steven Sims doing an awesome job out here, going to try to push the limits as our leader, Eric Wolf, before pit stops, just made his way back around Steven Sims there.
Yeah, that'll put Wolf back on the lead lap.
The longer you stay out, the further back you're going to be from the leader at this point. All right, 45 laps, that means 90. 55, it's 110, 58 laps, 1 stop. Eric Wolf said you couldn't do it.
Well, if Eric Wolf says you can't do it, then I don't think it can be done.
I think some people are going to try it, though, it looks like.
Well, Sims is a Truck Series regular, so he's really got nothing to lose here.
No, he does not. He is out there just for the win. Sam Niederham down pit road. Let's jump into cockpit here with Steven Sims. As he comes across the start-finish line.
Oh, yeah, he's way out of the gas.
He is taking it real easy. He is babying this thing. He's barely getting up to 8,300 RPMs. Actually, he's not even getting 8,000 RPMs. So he is saving as much fuel as he can. Just riding around here. Got a little loose there as he comes across the start-finish line.
sure he's chewed the tires up a little bit here. So I mean, the tires are a bigger concern right now than the fuel, actually, because I mean he's like he's on ice skates right now.
Well,
His tires
he just had J.W. Miller go around him, and he's got Kevin Dick going around him now, and Mike Skinner. So he is trying to push this thing. I'm not sure he's going to have enough laps to do it, my man, because you got to have 58, so he's got to go at least another 10 laps if he wants to finish this thing, right? With one stop?
58, 59 is what's going to take.
We got Pandolf still out there on 48. Ted Ebenezer, James Lindahl, Matt Burgess, Dakota Wilkins, and Steven Sims making it up to lap 49.
I show Sidarius still on the original set of tires as well.
Probably. I'm not that far down. I'm just looking at the top 17 drivers. Yeah, Sidarius Jackson as well. And Thomas Harmon, 45 laps, 46. So he actually stands a better chance than anybody, as he's 4 laps to the good as everybody.
Yeah, Harmon actually being 4 laps down, if this went green all the way, that's 4 less laps he's going to have to run. He could actually probably make it on one
stop. Yeah. Which was probably basically putting back on the lead lap? Or at least a couple laps better to the good.
I still show Harmon 4 laps down, so I don't know if that's going to help him or not.
Yeah, I think you're only going to go 1.5 to maybe 2 laps down, pitting under green. It looks like everybody just 1 lap down that actually pitted under green, so not going to make up too much time. So he must have lost.
Benefit some from running in a draft here.
He ain't going to have much of a draft. These drivers all got fresher tires. Does around him. And they're going to be looking to try to get away and get around him as quickly as possible. As you currently see, Wetstein looking to try to get around him as well. He just did an in and out by Sidarius Jackson. Goes to the inside of Sign, goes to the outside of Sims, and then back to the inside of JP. And these drivers are still on the same lap tires. Have not come down pit road as of yet. Working lap 53. Pandolf looked like he was up into the wall.
And a caution would really, blow Steven Sims' whole strategy here out of the water.
There is heavy right side damage to Pandolf's car. I'm not sure if he actually hit the wall then or when he did it, but he's got heavy right side damage. Back on our leader as of right now, Steven Sims. Got a 8-second lead over second place, Dakota Wilkins. And Matt Burgess, James Lindahl. Those top 4 drivers have not pit. They're working lap 54. 4 more laps, and they can make it. I would say they could make it.
And I'm showing as of last start finish line, Eric Wolf was 15.1 back. Let's see what he's at this time.
Don't think the 1 lap stop's going to help you pretty much anyway, because like I said,
Eric Wolf is gaining about 1.5 seconds every lap at this point.
So he'd be able to outrun them anyway, even if he come down again.
Now, in less than 10 laps, he'll be back at the point, but he'll be on older tires and will need to stop 1 more time.
Right, and if they can make it 3 more laps, they don't have to stop but once. This is going to be an interesting race to see how it ends up. Getting on and off pit road with tires this old could be a hindrance on itself. I don't know. I like this kind of strategy right here. They're taking a page out of Eric Wolf's book. You know, stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Ted Immonazer are finally giving up, coming down pit road to get his tires. He's going to be 2 laps short from his 1-lap race or 1-stop race.
And Sims still has a better than 10-second lead over our initial race leader Eric Wolf. So I think if this stays green, this is a strategy that will pay off for Sims.
As long as somebody don't go around him and take him out.
Well, and the way he's pedaling this thing around here super slow. 79's pitting this time. I just heard him call it.
He's down pit road. The side there is Jackson, so we have still got the top 4 drivers hanging out. James Lindahl looks like he's probably coming down pit road as well. He's slowed down. Eric Wolf currently in 3rd position. Here comes our leader. He has made it. Steven Sims. And that's going to turn the lead back over, believe it or not, to Eric Wolf. Everybody come down except for Matt Burgess and James Lindahl. They are making it to lap 59. You got to think these 2 drivers have got to come in next lap. 60 and 60 is 120. They can stop now and make it. .6-second stop for Steven Sims. Going to have a lot of fresh tires coming back through to run up through this field.
Going to just go a lap down.
Well, he's going to be able to have these fresher tires and get back around them. He's got 19 lap fresher tires in our leader as of right now.
But if he wants to push at the same distance, he's got to be smooth and somewhat easy.
Yep, he can't just see the leader and try to pounce to get around him. He knows the leader's got to stop at least one more time. There's no way that Eric Wolf can make it to the end. No way. He's got to stop. The tires dictate that.
Well, here's an interesting thought. Let's just say, for example, in the next, let's call it 30 laps. There's, after Wolf has stopped and picked up his last set of tires, we get a caution. Sims will still have a set of tires he can put on for that last 25 laps.
Well, there's something going on with Zach Wetstein and Mike Lemon's connection, as I'm seeing them blink completely out on my timing screen. And it looked like Highline Springer was shooting up towards the wall there. It's another thing you don't want to have happen on this strategy. Have someone just drill the outside wall and ruin your race and your strategy, as Steven Sims goes around Eric Wolf with those fresher tires.
And he gets that lap back. That's the important part.
Now he's back on the lead lap. And he's set to run this race his own way for his 1-stop race. Matt Burgess finally down pit road. And I think that's going to cycle everybody through. So everybody has come down pit road with the exception of Thomas Harmon. Thomas Harmon is still out there on lap 59. For him, anyway. He's now made lap 60. J.W. Miller, Kevin Dick, Zach Wetstein, Mike Lemon are the top 5 drivers behind Eric Wolf. How about the old 72, Joshua Durham? Now, I watched him a couple of times, and he is doing an awesome job here tonight. He's slow and steady. He's another, what I would like to call a Tater Bowman. haven't talked much about old Tater. He no longer races with us. But Tater was that kind of driver as well. He would just sit back and ride, just run his own little race, and he'd always end up in the top 5 or top 10 at the end of the race. You never even knew he was there. J.W. Miller in second, doing an awesome job. Next driver behind him is Kevin Dick, and he is currently 3.2 seconds off the back of J.W. Miller, and J.W. Miller's 4.9 seconds off of the back of Eric Wolf. So everybody's kind of spread out due to these pit stops.
I think at this point, unless things change with a caution, we're looking at either an Eric Wolf, pretty much running away with this, or a Steven Sims on a pit strategy, being able to pull this out from underneath Mr. Wolf.
Well, I was wondering if we was going to be clean and green here tonight. You said no. I believe we will. And as of right now, it's looking like that we are actually going to make it that way. But knock on wood, don't want to jinx nobody. Eric Wolf doing an awesome job here tonight. But, he's leading the race. But the story is going to be when it comes down to this gentleman right here, Steven Sims. He's going to be able to be out. If his strategy will work when everybody comes down, because he'll be still leading this race once the pit cycle. But Eric Wolf will have the opportunity to make it pretty much a photo finish, depending upon how quickly he burns up his tires to get back to Steven Sims. It's going to be a race from fuel mileage to tire wear after the next round of pit stops, which should be coming up
and
another 5 laps.
Based off of that last round, Eric Wolf was about 9 seconds back when Sims stopped. So somewhere, Wolf's got to find 9 more seconds and balance that tire wear and, in and out of slower traffic and find 9 seconds to get on the bumper of Sims as he's coming to that checker flag if he makes it that far.
Provided Sims runs exactly like he ran the last go around, the first half.
Exactly. And we're assuming that, Sims was on vapors when he finally stopped. That he had to stop on that lap. He could not go another. But we saw JP win another lap. I think another driver that was on the same lap count as Sims won another lap. So I think Sims might be able to push it just a fraction harder than he was the first half of the race.
I think it was like 63 laps is about what Harmon got before he made his stop.
Well, Harmon wasn't babying it either. He was pushing hard.
So I think it's going to be really close between these two drivers. Eric Wolf with the 2-stop strategy versus Steven Sims with a 1-stop strategy. And we talked about that with Eric at the beginning of the race. He said it can't be done. But you know what they say when you tell somebody it can't be done? They like to try to prove you wrong.
Well, and the other part to take into consideration is all Sims is running for is wins in this series. So,
yeah,
it doesn't hurt to just gamble and try something different.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, that's for sure.
And he can also take anything he learns tonight into tomorrow night's race.
Yeah, provided that we carry over for him into that truck. Oh, wow. I'm sure Mr. R.J. Root needs to change his shorts as Steven Sims went up in front of him there. And Eric Wolf, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, is your leader. He is slowly working back through this traffic. He's on the back door of Cowgill right now.
Patrick Cowgill running on the lead lap, about to go 1 lap down.
And Cowgill's oh, wow! I don't know if they touched. I don't know if they touched or not, but if they didn't,
The left front fender of Cowgill's car is sprinkled now.
I can't see what Eric Wolf's car looks like, but I believe they actually made contact there. Getting back through this traffic is the one thing that kills you when you're running your race. It didn't take long for the traffic to build up. It's like 15, 20 laps, and you were already working lap traffic when this race started. So Kevin Dick, my pick for the night, 10 seconds back off of Eric Wolf. Currently sitting back here and doing battle with Zach Wetstein. J.W. Miller, pretty much in a land of his own. He's just sitting there trying to get around lap car of Highline Springer. Dives to the inside. That's your second place driver, J.W. Miller. Finally gets around Springer. J.W. Miller is 4.4 seconds off the back end of our leader. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Patrick Cowgill. Green flag stops are coming as of right now as J.W. Miller comes down pit road.
Pit road, yep. Miller's on pit road.
Eric Wolf needs to be thinking now to come down with these gentlemen if he wants to try to make that run work. If he stays out again like he did, I don't think he's gonna have the tires to do it. I think you need a short pit now.
Yeah,
here he comes. He must be hearing me talk on the radio. And this is going to turn the lead back over once the pit cycles through. Most likely is going to turn the lead back over to this gentleman right here, the Steven Sims. Kevin Dick is currently your leader, but I believe he'll be coming down pit road next time by. I believe he's just trying to get his lap led here tonight. Lap 80 of 117 gives us 37 laps to go.
That would be correct.
And that is going to cycle us back through. Once Kevin Dick stops, we'll turn the lead back over to Steven Sims for a 22 or 23 lap difference.
Now, the difference this time, as I see it, Eric Wolf did not go a lap down when he pit.
So that's to his advantage. He had made up some time chasing. On his first time, he made up a lot of time because he pitted earlier than Steven Sims. So
He is still 30 seconds back from the leader Kevin Dick, but he's only 17 seconds back from Sims right now.
Well, that's going to be crazy.
I'm just wondering if Eric Wolf maybe took 2 tires.
Well, you can go back and check that out. I can't. I'm too far. Kevin Dick is still your leader, ladies and gentlemen. He is currently running on a 42-lap stint for this race. Hoping for a yellow, I'm assuming. Steven Sims not wanting one.
Wolf did take 4 tires. He had a 43.1 second duration on pit road, which is the best I see as far as, time on pit road standings so far.
Everybody else is 43.4. Eric Wolf was a 43.2 from what I got.
Yeah, I got a 43.1, so it's splitting hairs, but still, that's fantastic. I mean, that's 3 seconds.
Well, you know what Earnhardt said, 1 second is like a football field on the track.
And he's only 13 seconds back of Steven Sims right now, and, Sims is going to try and go the distance. We know that. But I think Wolf catches him at this point.
I think Wolf catches him and passes him with ease at this point. But we are currently riding around with Kevin Dick, waiting to see if he's going to come in the next 5 laps or so, as he is currently working lap 45 on this run. And Sims 10 seconds back off of him. He should be gaining, and he is. I'm wondering if Kevin is going to wait until Sims gets to him.
If I was Kevin, I'd wait till I was out of fuel and hope for a caution.
Huh.
I mean, that's his best shot right now.
Because Eric Wolf is 19 seconds off of the back of Kevin Dick.
And 9 seconds off of the back end of Sims.
Correct. Gatsky finally down pit road. Steven Sims working this traffic. This is what you got to be scared of. Having your race ruined over guys with fresher tires trying to pass you.
I think at this point Sims needs to just put his foot in it and go. I mean, drive it the best he can to try and keep a gap between him and Wolf.
Wolf is only 6 seconds back off of Sims, and that gap is shrinking pretty quickly. 6.2 now. It looks like Eric Wolf is gaining almost a full half a second each lap, if not more. You got 27 laps to go. Yes, I believe Sims is going to make the one-stop race work for him, but he's going to be lucky if he can finish in the top 10, or at least the top 5 once this thing cycles all the way through here. As Eric Wolf is now 4.8 seconds off the back of Steven Sims. At that point, he should be able to see Steven Sims. You can't quite see him just yet. On board with Eric Wolf. 3.6 seconds back of Steven Sims. Kevin Dick still out there doing his thing. 51 laps on this run for him.
Now, the scenario that I threw out there earlier, if we were to get a caution now, Wolf is done. He's used all his tires. Dick still has a set of tires. Sims still has a set of tires.
Yeah, Sims does have a set of tires. Eric Wolf has made 2 stops, so yeah, he's on his last set.
So that would be beneficial to Kevin Dick and Steven Sims if caution were to come out right now. Or even in the next 5 to 10 laps when Sims falls, a spot or 2 behind Wolf.
Yeah, you're right. As of right now, Steven Sims and Kevin Dick both have a set of tires left. Sidarius Jackson down pit road, still been there for over a minute now, so not sure what's going on there.
With Wolf closing rapidly, Sims and Dick have got to be hoping for a caution.
I wouldn't be hoping for a caution, but Sims got to. He's 1.9 seconds. Eric Wolf is 1.9 seconds back in 3rd place. He should be able to. Yeah, he sees him.
And we know Kevin Dick can't make it from here.
No, he cannot. And you got David Wright in between Eric Wolf and Steven Sims, right to the outside of Steven Sims. It's not going to take him long. I mean, Wolf is there. He's 0.8 of a second. He's going to drive right by Steven Sims in this next turn, easy. I think he catches him coming off of 3 and 4. And I'm pretty much right. He's there. Not a bad effort for Steven Sims, though. He takes over the lead, and he's getting ready to lose it as Kevin Dick does come down pit road. Still, all in all, not a bad strategy.
See how hard he makes it. He just lets him go.
Yeah, he ain't no sense in trying to block him. The tires at this point.
You're not gonna give it to him though.
No, he's still got 18 laps, 19 laps to go for Steven Sims. He's definitely racing. He's definitely racing him.
He doesn't have the tires to hold him off. There's just no way.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. And we're racing. So now the question is, how far will Steven Sims fall on this strategy?
Well, like I've been saying, a caution flag right now is his best friend.
Yeah, because he'll have the freshest tire. Be able to get. He's the only one that can go in and really get tires at this point, right?
Now, everybody else will possibly stay out. He'll fall way back, but he will have fresh tires.
Oh, unless he gets ran over by Sam Niederhelm in the rear end. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Wolf is your leader, followed by Steven Sims, J.W. Miller, Dakota Wilkins, James Lindahl, and Zach Wetstein. Joshua Durham, Mike Lemon, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and David Wright. Those are your top 10 drivers. Sam Niederham, with some connection issues, finally gets around Steven Sims. Where is my man? Eric, there he is. He's coming up through the field. Now Kevin Dick comes down pit road. He is one lap down. He will not be able to do it to get her. I mean, he may be able to get back on the lead lap, come back through this, but he would definitely need a yellow after he gets there as well. Still would not be able to have any tires though.
He would get the lucky dog at this point, though.
Yeah. Eric Wolf doing an awesome job here tonight. He started this race on the pole. We have went clean and green this whole way. No yellow flags of any kind. So we'll take a quick look at our weather. Track temperatures up to 80 degrees. Air temperatures down to 76. Wind has picked up by at least 1 mile an hour. So not too much of a big change. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next race will be at New Hampshire Loudon's Motor Speedway for 150 laps in our Grand National Series. Please join in July the 20th for that. I hope to be back here for that race as well. Looking forward to that. Loudon is one of my favorite tracks of all time to race and to watch, believe it or not. I do like Loudon a lot. And then our next broadcast is actually going to be tomorrow night here at Kentucky Motor Speedway once again for 100 laps for 150 miles here at Kentucky Speedway in our truck series. Looking forward to coming back tomorrow night and watching that race as well.
You actually like Loudon.
I do. I've actually won a couple races at Loudon, but it was it was in a different sim. So, yeah.
My absolute least favorite track on the series.
I mean, I like it, and I hate to say it, the reason I like it this way, I like it because it's one of the worst tracks in history for NASCAR. To have Adam Petty, Kenny Irwin, all die, both of them die within a couple of months of each other in the same corner, and then somebody else got killed there as well. It's just one of those tracks that was bad for NASCAR, but to me it's like a longer version of Martinsville. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, the reason I dislike it so much is kind of the opposite of that reason. To me, the speeds can't get high enough for a damaged car to get taken out and be done. And you end up with a bunch of rolling wrecks rolling around there, getting in the way, and quite frankly, sometimes I'm one of those. But that's one of the reasons I dislike it so much. You can't you can't wreck a car and be done for the evening. You wreck a car, you keep driving, you wreck it again, you keep going, you wreck it again, you keep going. I mean, it's just one of those where you just can't get the speed built up to do much damage.
And the same thing goes for Martinsville, you would say, pretty much.
Absolutely, same thing for Martinsville.
It's just you can get a little bit more speed there than you can at Martinsville. But
yeah, and that's the problem. The haves and the have-nots at New Hampshire are greater than at Martinsville.
But I like it because I raced it just to try to figure out, I mean, it's a sim, so you're not going to be able to get it what it is in a real car. But just to go back and to see and experience, what these drivers' last things thought of when they come off the turn. NASCAR implemented safety features due to that. Now they have a rod that you have to have on your gas to pull the gas pedal back up, so that no matter what, your foot controls the gas and not the springs or anything like that. So that was a nice safety feature, and that was brought on by the deaths of Kenny Irwin and Adam Petty.
Well, Sims is about to drop to third.
Still, I mean, he's running an awesome race here, and Eric Wolf doing a great job. He's got 6 laps to go in this race, and he's going to walk away with it. J.W. Miller, he is currently 4.5 seconds back off of Wolf, and he's getting ready to put Steven Sims past Steven Sims. So J.W. Miller is doing an awesome job here tonight, going to take over that lead, or take the second place away from Steven Sims, probably right here. Unless he is just, there he goes, finally. Looks to the inside, is not able to do it. I don't know what is going on.
And the gap back to fourth place, Dakota Wilkins, is back 15 seconds.
There's 20 lap difference tires between these two gentlemen, Sims and J.W. Miller. And I'm just wondering, is Miller just drafting? Because he's had plenty of opportunity to get around Sims for that second place.
Have to send it around the outside, though. It's like Sims is trying to keep it pretty low.
I think these two are teammates. No, they're not.
They are not.
No, they're not. So,
Sims is driving a KFM car.
Oh, finally.
He stuck it underneath him.
Finally, he gets it underneath him. Maybe Steven Sims was kind of holding him up there, trying to hang on to that second place finish for 4 laps. But, I mean, at this point, he's going to get his interview as long as he doesn't wreck. Did an awesome job, though, as well. I mean, he really did. Oh, look at that. Sims, the crossover move.
Crossover.
Wow. I mean, this is a race.
Have enough power. He's got enough power. He'll get it back.
Does he have enough tires to keep it?
Enough fuel. Does he have enough?
Well, I'm sure he got enough fuel. We're going racing, boys. We know who's going to win the race. That's probably most likely going to be Eric Wolf, but we're going to be watching this battle right here to see what's going on. Steven Sims trying to hang on to that second place finish.
And if I'm J.W. Miller, I want second. I want those extra points because that's championship points.
Yeah, I'm racing. I need them points. This is my league, dude. Come on, you can't win. Let me have my points. Get out of my way.
Yeah, go get your points tomorrow night and get your lead back tomorrow night. Get the heck out of my way.
I mean, Steven Sims can pull over and pretty much stop and let him go by. Zach Wetstein is 15 seconds back off of the back end of J.W. Miller, so it's not like he cannot let him have the points for second place. Final lap. There's your man right there. Eric Wolf winning this race here tonight. But the battle's going to come down to right here as they get ready to come across the start-finish line between Steven Sims and J.W. Miller. Oh, he's all over the back end of him.
Miller wants him out of the way.
I thought he was going to bump him. Well, the race's results is over now. It's all over but the crying. J.W. Miller does end up with third place. Steven Sims able to hang on to second place with a nice strategy there. Nice finish for all three of these drivers. Whoa. Somebody all up in the wall there. So, Eric Wolf, Steven Sims, J.W. Miller, Zach Wetstein. Kevin Dick comes out with a top 5. How about that? Dakota Wilkins, Joshua Durham, always just hanging around, makes it a decent finish there. Mike Lemon, James Lindahl, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounds out the top 10, followed by David Wright, Raymond R.J. Root, Mike Skinner, Richard Springer, Sam Niederhelm, Patrick Cowgill, Matt Burgess, Dustin Musial, Cody Gatsky, Thomas Harmon, James Pandolf, and Dale Leakus, Ted Emmenizer, Cydarius Jackson. Those drivers are our finishing results. We may be able to get back through those again. Hopefully, anyway. We will start with let's start with J.W. Miller. Why not with that? See if I can't bring Mr. Miller into. Well, let's be fair and see if get a couple donuts in by. No, I think he's gonna stop. All right, J.W. Miller, where is he at? I'm still looking. Ah, there it is.
iRacing chat channel.
Yep. Mr. Miller, my man, you got a copy?
I do.
Wow, man. Awesome race. Started this thing in 10th. Gonna walk home in 3rd. Thought you had 2nd there for a second, but had a crossover move there by Mr. Sims. Walk us through your race, man.
Yeah, we had to battle back from the not so good starting position there in qualifying, but we kind of do that every week. So, especially at these mile-and-a-half tracks that I don't have much experience with. Like I haven't driven this one at all this month or this week, but yeah, it felt pretty good. We were able to save the tires there in the first one really well. I mean, we were just kind of coasting past people pretty easily. We were just running the bottom. Kind of was working out good there for tires and just getting position with people. And yeah, we had no yellow flags, so I was constantly trying to catch up to Eric there. We got within, I think, like 3 seconds or so, and then started to fall off again. And then we had that battle there at the end with Mr. Sims, who did an absolutely excellent job of saving those tires because I wasn't able to get around him there. My tires were so worn trying to keep up with Eric, but hell of a race there. We really had a lot of fun.
Well, you did an awesome job here tonight. What you got for this man, Rod? I know you got something for him.
Yeah, it looked like there with a lap to go, you were getting a little impatient with Mr. Sims and showing a little love to his rear bumper. Did we see that?
Oh yeah, you did. The old Rubbins racing. I like to rough him up a little bit, see if he'll slide up or not. But I'm not gonna wreck the guy. So
you're racing for a championship points here, and Sims. I hate to say Steven's just in here for funsies, but he's a Truck Series regular. He's not in it for the points, so. I think you went a little easy on him. I would have given him a little bit more of your bumper and said, hey, get the heck out of my way. I need some points.
Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's always raced clean around me, so, I try to repay that favor to everybody.
Yeah, I can say nasty stuff like that because he's my teammate in the Truck Series, so.
just 1 point there, and, kept it clean, so we'll get points for that as well.
Well,
Overall, to wreck him and make issues with that. So, especially a guy will probably be racing around for quite a while.
Well, now I'm here in North Carolina, and we got this little stadium. It's called Bowman Gray.
Gray.
And we got a guy down here. His name's Junior Miller. And when I seen you doing that, I thought of him. And your comment that you just made me think of Earnhardt. So. Two good drivers right there that I know of in that class of field. Yeah, buddy. I like your comments. I like your driving style. So with that being said, Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Shout out as always to you guys for putting on these broadcasts. I love listening in while I'm racing. It's a good way to kind of figure out the strategy sometimes. Other than that, shout out to Team Racing Chat Racing, and shout out to all these guys out here on the track for putting together one hell of a green flag run there.
You're big 10-4 on that, my man. Well, good luck, and we will see you here back next week at Loudon, my man.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good night, guys.
You was in Team Chat Racing, correct? Yeah. All right, I'll throw you back down there, my man. Team Racing Chat channel. There we go. Alrighty. Steven Sims. Steven Sims. Where are thou, Steven Sims? There he is. I ain't got to do nothing but just drag him on down. Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims, are you there, my man?
Yes, sir.
Well, we told you on the interview just ahead of you, so we're gonna give you a chance for a rebuttal, my man. Awesome job. You did what Eric Wolf said couldn't be done. Quoting Stroker Ace kind of a little bit there. Walk us through your race. Walk us through your thinking of making a one-stop race and almost pulling it off.
Well, I've got my telemetry apps help me with my fuel a lot, and they said it was barely good to go to the end on fuel for one stop. And I knew if I just followed Eric Wolf, I wasn't going to win, probably going to finish fifth, about where I was running before pit stop. So I decided to one stop it. Maybe it will work. Maybe I'd take the caution, or I'd be the only one with tires left. But I mean, it was ended up being second in the fun battle with JW for third. I know he put the bumper to me, but I mean, not do the same thing as the last lap, last corner. That was fun.
Yeah, we were talking about that, moving you out of the way because he's fighting it for actually points, and you're there for just for fun. Funsies, as your buddy called it, Fostenaus. So awesome job out there. Awesome thinking. Eric Wolf said he couldn't be done. You proved him wrong. It could be done, and you almost won the race doing it. Going back, do you think you would have changed anything?
There was no way I'd finish second on raw speed if I just followed everybody else on the two-strap strategy.
Okay. Learn anything that will carry over for tomorrow night's race?
I hope you did.
Yeah, tomorrow night is a little shorter, so the two-stop probably won't work, but I highly doubt we'll go green to the end anyway there. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm fairly confident we won't go green tomorrow night.
Well, I mean, if you don't take your partner out, Steven Sims, Rod, I mean, you might.
Oh, I've wrecked him yet this year.
Nope,
You,
not yet.
both of y'all just said the key word there. Yet.
Yet.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Steven, Rod, you got anything for your teammate before I let him get something in?
The only thing I want to ask him is if it ever crosses mind just to let JW go and get the extra point, or if he, fully, thought the whole time, just this is my second place, I'm taking it. I fought hard to get first, I didn't get it, so I want second.
Yeah, I don't really know who's running for points and who's not. I'm going to finish second. If I can finish second, that's the best I can do.
Attaboy.
That's the answer I want to hear. Don't care what league you're in or what series you're in front of me, I want around you. Good answer. Well, with that being said, Mr. Sims, shout-outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
You guys for doing the broadcast, everybody watching, JP for running everything, and hopefully we can improve by one position tomorrow night.
I hear you.
That.
All right, Mr. Sims, congratulations on the second place finish, and we will look forward to seeing you back here again tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, thank you guys.
See you right up, bud.
Now we're looking for our winner. Where did he go? He's still there, so why in the world can I not get a camera on him? There we go. Eric Wolf. It should be right there in dysfunctional pursuits. So we'll move him up into our... Oh my God. Into our broadcast room. Mr. Wolf, my man, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, looks like Steven Sims says he can go one stop. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he did a good job. I didn't think you could do it and win, so I'm still right. But he did a really good job getting second place there.
That was the correct answer.
Well, he did. He made that thing work. I was kind of wondering if he was going to be able to pull that win off as well, but we were slowly and surely confirmed that he was not going to be able to win that thing after about 10 laps after coming down pit road. So, with that being said, you won a heck of a race here tonight. You started on the pole. You finished this race. Green flag pit stops all the way through and through. No caution flags. Awesome run, my man. What number win is this, Mr. Fossinall?
I believe this is 7.
Wow. Awesome job.
The 8. Give me a minute to check that.
I like these green races. If I had my way about it, this is how I would want them all to run, but a lot of times that's not quite what happens. I know Kevin Dickey stayed out a long time on his last run. Well, his second to last run, and I think that was in an effort to have fresh tires if the caution would come late, and he would have just gobbled us up on restart if it had. But yeah, the strategy worked out. By staying green, I just tried to split it up equally. That's the game I was playing, and it worked out. JW was super fast. I don't know if you guys are watching the intervals, but after the first pit stop, I came out over 7 seconds ahead of him. He cut me down to 4.5 before he pitted. Came out of pit lane, so he had a lap of fresh tires than me, and we pretty much stabilized around 3.7. He ended up catching Steve Sims, and that slowed him down a little bit, and I pulled a gap about 5 seconds, but he was pretty quick tonight, and I was hoping the caution would come out so he didn't have to get to my bumper, and I had to try to defend against him.
Well, I'm glad the caution didn't come out either. Awesome race here tonight, Mr. Wolf. You did an awesome job. 7 or 8 wins here in this series.
I just checked it. He's officially at 8 wins on the season and 1 win away from tying Mr. Hesgard for, I believe, all-time single-season win record.
Well, way to go.
Anytime you get a chance to get close to a record, it's always nice, but I've been pretty fortunate. Circumstances have worked out a lot of times for me this season, so it could have easily been 2 or 3 wins if things weren't so perfect. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, Mr. Wolf, I say it every race, my man. Shout-outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, I thank my DPR teammates for always making it a fun time racing on these Monday nights. You guys for putting on the broadcast. You guys do a great job. JP for putting on the league. Gives us all something to do on Monday night, and truck guys on Tuesday night. I know it's a lot of effort. I don't think I could do it. So hats off to him. That's really it for me, guys. Thank you.
Big 10-4 there, Mr. Wolf. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you back here next week.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Congrats, Eric.
Thanks.
Well, our unofficial results is Eric Wolf led 79 laps here tonight. Need to put him back into dysfunctional Patriots, and I did this so I could get my timing right.
David, I'm signing off.
All right.
No problem.
10-4. So Eric Wolf leads 79 laps, wins the race, starts on the pole and everything. All the good stuff right there. Steven Sims comes home 19 laps led in second place. J.W. Miller, 1 lap led. Way to go, J.W. Got the extra bonus point, even though he didn't take Steven Sims out, which I would have done. Just me. But whatever. Zach Wetstein, 4th. Kevin Dick, my pick for the night, comes home 5th. Dakota Wilkins, 6th. Joshua Durham, 7th. Mike Lemon, 8th. James Lindahl, 9th. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounds out the top 10. David Wright comes home 11th. Raymond R.J. or R.J. Root comes home 12th. Michael Skinner, 13th. Richard Springer, 14th. Sam Niederhelm, 15th. Patrick Calgill, 16th. 17th comes down to Matt Burgess, Dustin Musial, 18th. Cody Gatsky, 19th. Thomas Harmon, unfortunate start for him, but does come home in 20th, and will probably most likely maintain our points lead. James Pandolf's 21st, Dale Leakus 22nd, Ted Emmenizer 23rd, Sidarius Jackson 24th, and the bottom 3 drivers did not start the race. That is Doug Locklear, Rod Fossil, our broadcaster, and Buddy Chamberlain. They will, however, get credits for last place, or you won't get credit for nothing, Mr. Rod. Sorry, but the other 2 drivers will get last place points.
I just checked it, and it looks like Harmon's going to lose his point lead to, of all people, believe it or not, TBB is going to move into the points lead, and Wolf's going to be 1 behind him, and Harmon's going to be 1 behind him. So we've got, a 2-point differential between 1st and 3rd right now.
Well, there you go. But Eric will, Thomas Harmon will just come back and win next week and be done with it. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, unless he has to take Eric Wolf out, but either way, it's still going to be a fun race to watch next week at Loudon because both of those drivers are really good on 1.5-mile tracks, especially Harmon and Wolf. So I look forward to seeing that race. Like I said, at Loudon. As of right now, like I said, everybody, my wife is doing great, so that's a good thing. And please keep the prayers coming. She needs them. She appreciates them. I appreciate them. So with that being said, let's run down through our credits here. As always, we want to thank the owner, James Pandolf, for everything he does. That's financial, ownership, marketing, broadcasting. He's got his hands in everything. He's an administrator, so of course he owns the league, so he better be an administrator. I want to thank Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for our graphics department and technical issues, especially Martin Wenzel for all the graphics you see here at DRL TV. He works his butt off every week, week in and out, to get us new graphics for our software and posts them here for us. So thank you, Martin Wenzel, for everything that you do. I want to thank the broadcasters, myself, James Pandolf, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Rod Fossenau, week in and week out. Also want to thank the other broadcasters that join us every once in a while, coming in and filling in while my wife is in the hospital. Appreciate that as well. Race Control, James Pandolf, Dakota Wilkins, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Jeremy Hebel, all you gentlemen who step up and help out in race control, thank you. The administrators are myself, James Pandolf, Getty Butner, Martin Wenzel, and that'll be it for that. Myself is David Wilburn, of course. Well, Rod, what do you think, my man?
First thing I think is, damn, I'm glad to have you back. I was looking at maybe having to do this race by myself.
Well, now JP was going to do it, but I got home. I didn't stay with the wife. She's, like I said, she's in the rehab center, so they won't even let me come in now. So they change this stuff every day because of the COVID virus. One day you can come in, the next day you can't. So now I'm only able to visit and the outside of it because it's more like a rest home or whatever you want to call it. So
Sure.
So now I can only go to the window of the room that she's in, and play Peeping Tom. But at least I get to see her. So I go to the window and we use the phones and talk on the phones while I get to see her through the window. But other than that, like I said, it's a big difference between going ahead and making funeral arrangements and her getting to come home, and I'm glad of the latter. So with that being said, everybody keep the prayers coming. And we're going to come back here next week. I will definitely be here next week, unless my wife comes home. And if she comes home, I may end up having to stop broadcasting for a while, just until she's able to at least be able to move around on her own. But that's what's
You racing here tomorrow night?
No, I'm not racing. I haven't even turned one lap at Kentucky in over a year and a half. So, nope. I will watch the race.
It was a fun race tonight, that's for sure. I mean, Stephen definitely made this an interesting and an exciting race.
Especially at the end there. So hats off to Stephen Sims and Eric Wolf and J.W. Miller for an awesome run that they made here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please tune in tomorrow night for our Kentucky race for the Truck Series. And come back next week for Loudon here in the Grand National Series. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, good night and God bless from DRL TV.
Good night, everybody.